Hello everyone, I am Varun Gupta and you are watching Natural English. This is Verbal Ability 19th capsule, useful for everybody in every walk of life. So let's begin with a natural sentence. When this latest piece of evidence came to light, he had no choice but to own up. It is quite apparent that he had not complied with the task. Now let us see what are some interesting constructions in this sentence. The first one is to come to light, to become clear to everyone. When something comes to light, it becomes clear to everyone. It has come to light that he was lying. That means it's now a public fact that he was lying, he was telling a lie, he was not speaking the truth. Now it is clear to everyone. Fresh evidence has recently come to light which suggests that he didn't in fact commit the murder. Fresh evidence, some evidence which was not available earlier has now come. Now it is known to everybody and which clearly gives us information that in fact he did not commit the murder. So the sentence tells us that initially everybody thought that he committed the murder, but now fresh evidence has come and it says that he has not probably committed the murder. The next interesting phrase is to have no choice but. Now no can be replaced by little also. They both are nearly the same. They convey nearly the same meaning, to have no choice or to have little choice. It basically means to have the only choice or option. They had little choice but to agree to what he suggested. They had little choice but, that means they had no choice other than agreeing to what he suggested. Whatever he suggested, you have to agree with him. You have no other choice. We have no choice but to intensify the campaign. Intensify means to increase the intensity, to make it more intense, to make it higher, to make it better. So we need to intensify the campaign and this is the only choice available to us. We have no choice but means we have the only choice to intensify the campaign. Own up. When something wrong has taken place, then who has done it? If you own up, you admit that you have done something bad or embarrassing. Own up may also be followed by to. Own up is also correct. Own up to is also correct. They both convey the same meaning. Sanjeev could have made this whole thing go away simply by owning up. Sanjeev could have made, it was possible for Sanjeev to do this whole thing go away. This entire episode would have gone away. The issue would have blown over simply by owning up. If Sanjeev had said that yes, I am sorry for it, I did it wrong, then entire issue would have gone away. Two local students later owned up to the prank. What is prank? Prank is any activity which is not very proper but which is not criminal also. In Hindi we call prank to be a shararat. So two local students later owned up to the prank. Two students who belong to the local city only, after some time they accepted, they admitted that I had done that prank, we had done that prank. To be quite apparent that. To be quite apparent, quite completely apparent, visible. To be a common fact, visible to everybody, it has become quite apparent. It was quite apparent by the look on Jackson's face. There was a particular look on Jackson's face and this look made it very clear. It was clearly visible by the look on Jackson's face. It was quite apparent that she has learned countless new expressions. Countless, many, a lot. New expressions, words, phrases. It was very much clear that she has learned a lot of new expressions. Let's look at the complete sentence, dear friends. When this latest piece of evidence came to light, he had no choice but to own up. Now, initially, he was not owning up, but now, with this latest piece of evidence, some new evidence has become public. And after getting this new evidence, he had no choice but to own up. Now, it is very much clear that he had done this and therefore, he has the only choice of owning up. He must accept that, yes, he had done this particular act. It is quite apparent that he had not complied with the task. It's now very much visible, very clear that he had not fulfilled the task, he had not completed the task, he had not followed or obeyed with the task. The second sentence today is, it has just been brought to our notice that is supposedly easygoing, laid-back guy is a lethal killer. Even the police didn't believe he had it in him to commit such horrendous crimes. Okay. So the first phrase here is to bring to somebody's notice. To bring to someone's notice means to inform someone. This is a formal structure. In writing, we commonly use this phrase. We want to bring the poor result of your son to your notice. That means your son has got a very bad result and I want to bring it to your notice. I want to inform you that your son is not performing properly. He does not watch the capsules. He does not attempt the quizzes on the app. He does not attend all classes. So his performance is not good. Yes, it was brought to my notice. Yes, I want to inform you that it was informed to me. I had the information. Easygoing, a very interesting adjective. Relaxed, calm, and not getting easily upset about things. Somebody who is very calm, relaxed, and he does not get upset about anything is easygoing. He takes everything in an easy manner. He follows take it easy policy. The Aquarius profile is also one of an easygoing nature and a sign that makes good friends. Aquarius profile, you might have been aware of the fact that there are 12 zodiac signs. One of them is Aquarius. So this profile is of an easygoing nature and a sign that makes good friends. Such people become good friends and they are easygoing. They don't take anything very much to the head. Ekta was too easygoing to be affected by anything. Now this T-O-O and 2O basically means so much that cannot. Ekta was so much easygoing that she cannot be affected by anything. So Ekta was so easygoing that nothing could have affected her. She was not affected by anything. Laid back is a similar word. Calm and relaxed, very slow, relaxed. She is always so laid back about everything. She is always calm and relaxed about everything. She does not take any tension at all. She is always laid back. Nothing worried him. He was really laid back. He was really, truthfully, frankly laid back. Nothing worried him. Nothing could have worried him. He was not worried by anything. A very bad word, lethal. Very dangerous and able to kill you. Something is dangerous that can kill you is lethal. A lethal cocktail of drink and pills took her life. She was drinking and she took some drugs and it became a lethal combination and ultimately she had to die. This combination took her life. The Krakatoa eruption was the most lethal on record. Eruptions, volcanoes. So many volcanoes are on record, but the most lethal, the volcano that took maximum lives was basically the Krakatoa eruption. This was the most lethal volcano on record. The next one is to commit such crimes and one word is horrendous. Now please note, to commit a crime. We never do a crime. We never make a crime. We only commit a crime. Please note this collocation. To do an act forbidden by law, but commit and crime is a combination. Horrendous, extremely bad and shocking, something which is very very bad and which shocks the society is a horrendous crime. It was a horrendous crime. यह एक horrendous crime था. Everybody was shocked. Young students today are learning to commit crimes from movies and web series. Young boys and girls watch movies, watch web series, and they pick up a lot of bad words, and they also are learning how to commit crimes, and this is something dangerous. Let's look at the complete sentence, dear friends. It has just been brought to our notice that this supposedly easygoing, laid-back guy is a lethal killer. Now we have got the information that this guy, who is very calm and relaxed, supposedly, people suppose him to be calm and relaxed, but this person is actually a lethal killer. He is a very dangerous murderer. Even the police didn't believe, police also did not believe initially, he had it in him that he can do so. What? To commit such horrendous crimes, that he can commit such dangerous, serious crimes. Even police did not believe, but ultimately he is a lethal killer and he has committed horrendous crimes. So never judge a book by its cover, never judge a criminal by his or her face. The third sentence today is, these meetings tend to be rather drawn out. Mind you, they always lay on a wonderful dinner. The first interesting phrase here is tend to be. Now tend is a root word, but I think you know tendency more commonly, which is basically a derivation of the word tend only. Tendency is some habit, some natural development. To tend to be, to change or develop in a particular direction. Tend towards, tend upwards, tend downwards. These are very common phrases. Housing prices have tended upwards. Housing prices have a tendency to go upwards. They are developing in the upper side. They are growing. I think they will tend to be more focused and determined. I think, it's by thinking that they will ultimately change or develop into being more focused and determined. They will have better concentration, better focus and more determination after the exam dates are announced. The next phrase is drawn out. It's a very interesting and comical phrase, I should say. Continuing for a long time so that you become bored. A drawn out speech. The drawn out explanation irritated everybody. The explanation was so long, so continuous for such a long time that everybody felt irritated. We drew in a good attendance today. Drew in, able to attract. We attracted a good attendance today, but as the talk was drawn out, we cannot be sure of it next time. So we drew many people today, but the today's talk was drawn out. It was a long, winding, boring speech, and therefore we cannot be sure of it next time. Agli baar, people may not be coming in such a huge number. The next phrasal verb here is lay on. Lay on means to provide something such as food, entertainment or a service, especially without charging for it. Normally, when we want to gather many people, we do such activities. We lay on a wonderful dinner or an entertainment without any charges so that people will come to enjoy that. They led on a special party to mark his 31 years of service. He had completed 31 years of job, and to mark this, they led on a special party. A special party was provided by them, offered by them, thrown by them. Extra buses are being led on for late night shoppers. If you are a late night shopper, if you keep on shopping till late night, then for you extra buses are being provided so that you can reach your homes safely and comfortably. So let's look at the complete sentence. These meetings tend to be rather drawn out. These meetings normally develop into being very long and boring. Mind you, please think carefully. They always lay on a wonderful dinner, and that's why they always provide a wonderful dinner. Meetings are drawn out, so definitely dinner will make them slightly comfortable and relaxed. So they'll always lay on a wonderful dinner. Thank you, dear friends. I am very sure that you are enjoying these phrases. You are able to use them, and ultimately you feel an improvement in your natural English. Please understand, not only we need to speak in English, but we should also speak English in the similar manner which is used by native speakers, and these natural phrases will help you a lot in that process. Thank you. Have a nice time. Enjoy.